Be'ezrat Hashem b'siyata dishmaya, we want to continue the Beis Yaakov when he talks about the Marsho. The Marsho, מה? צריך לשאול את הרב יצחק, אני לא יודע, הרב יצחק. אני יודע, הרב יצחק, תגיד הרב יצחק, הוא יגיע. Okay, very good, we started. I want to see the Beis Yaakov. Now, we stacked on board the Beis Yaakov, and I saw it's printed also over here. So I said, here you have it also over here. It's page Dalet. Page Dalet. Okay? Beis Yaakov. Took my page. It's a very important Beis Yaakov, and that's why I think it's all connected to the Birkas Shmuel. But it's what was the Havamina and what was the Maskona. And that's why I think that this is something that could be connected to us. So let's read it. We bought yesterday the Marsho, and we said that the Marsho had a problem, it's called Mineu Bey. He had a problem constantly that the question, L'choiro, and the Raya, I mean, what's the contradict, it's not Dome, it's not the same. Why? Because whatever we say, Nehemonim, Lama Nehemonim, why we trust, yeah? Lama Nehemonim, L'choiro should be what? Trei v'trei. That's the Tosus, right? What does that mean? Should be trei v'trei. Trei v'trei should be what? According to the Marsho, means ripping it, likroa et ze. To rip the shtar. Not just to have it what? Just sitting there. And over here, what we see, if you say Ne'emani, what we say, what does that mean? What do? You rip the shtar. What should be? Trei v'trei. Should be what? Shouldn't touch it. Should be what? 2 against 2. You don't rip it. Just keep it just the way it's supposed to be done. That was the question of Tosis. And then the Marsha said, L'choiro, you should ask a better question. What? Because it's not doime. Why it's not doime? Because here we're talking about Ne'emonim, and over there the case is talking about Ene'emonim. So it's 2 separate cases. Very good. So since it's 2 separate cases, that's why we see the difference. That was the Marsha. And that's what the Marsha had to explain, that it cannot be that Ene'emonim because it doesn't work by anybody. בסדר, אבל הם באים, גבריאל מגיע?
גבריאל ירתי ומלך גם.
בסדר, תודה. So, that was the Marsho, right? So the Marsho had to turn over, as we heard also yesterday from Resacton, and he said that what? That is 2 parts, is what is that Ne'emonim? It doesn't mean just we trust them, and you just, means you rip the shtar. And that's why the question of Tei should be, why you rip the shtar? It should be trei v'trei. Because if you go after Shura Achroina, means the last testimony, so then you always have a problem of what? Of it's not doime, because that's talking about Ne'emonim. It's talking about Ene'emonim, and then we back to the question, ask for something that it's more dome, it's similar to something that's not similar. That was the Marsho. Now let's see the Beis Yaakov. It's page Dalet in the papers at the bottom. Okay? I'm just going to look at the originals. That's easier for me. This is something that I did. Okay, it's here. And L'chod, Reb Kiveg is also the same thing. Reb Kiveg is also in the same thing, and that's why it's all similar to the same problem. Okay. Betoises dibar amatchil, are eilu ne'emonim. Lo yichoshiv kiyum klal. So Taisus said, yeah, Taisus gave the answer why it's not. Okay, I just read the first line, yeah? Betoises dibar amatchil, are eilu ne'emonim. Lo yichoshiv kiyum klal. It's not considered what was mekayim at all. So if you look at Taisus, let's look at Taisus. Let's see the words of Taisus before we read the Beis Yaakov. The Beis Yaakov, I think, was the Nesivas. Since the Rabbonim in the Doraisa, the star does not need a kiyum. But the rabbis, because what? Because of zeal. That's why the rabbis said you have to have kiyum. So Taisa said, since the rabbis said you need kiyum, here it's not considered at all kiyum. Why? So look at the words. It's not in the category. It's not in the parsha. Doesn't have any shaykhs to kiyum. Why? Because right away what they say, Kevan, the inu gufay, they themselves what they say, Amre toke de dibu, ktanim, or anisumim. That's Toisus. So Toisus clear says that we are talking about the second step. It's called not midoraisa, that's you need what? Midoraisa you need the actual Chatimas Eidim is enough. And see if you have a document and we have a chazok, if the two Eidim sign it, obviously it's good. Comes Taisus and says, listen, besides that, we're doing now the Beis Yaakov. That's the continuation of the what the Rabbi said there, but you have it in page and the papers. Page, it's Daled. In the papers over here, Daled. And the bottom, you see the last one is Beis Yaakov. Page Daled, Beis Yaakov. You see in the bottom? Yeah. I'm just explaining before we start the Beis Yaakov to know what we're heading. So first we saw the Marsho. The Marsho knocked off first the possibility of asking something that looks like similar, as it says in Daf Yutes by Trei V'Trei, that it says over there, that what? By Trei V'Trei, we're talking in the case of what? Of Loi Ne'emonim, Ein Ne'emonim, because Ksav Yodem Yotzim Yemokem Macher. And then they says, at least, why are you collecting with this document? At least should be what? Trei V'Trei, should be 2 against 2. That was the Marshal. So the Marshal says, impossible to say in Trei V'Trei, because by Trei V'Trei, the minute you have the Eidus, so mean it's really the document is finished. The minute the Ksav Yodem Yotzei Mokem Acher, that's the end of the story. So Mimele, the whole answer of Taisus doesn't exist. What Taisus Mechalik, though, over here you have Kim, over here you don't have Kim. Because there's no Kim at all. The minute it was Kim from another place, the Eidim are nobody. It's not connected. That's why Taisus had to ask on what? On the first position, that Ne'emonim. And by Ne'emonim, what we do with the star, you go and you go rip it. Why you rip it? Let it to be Trei V'Trei. And Trei V'Trei means to say that what? That at least we trust you, and since we trust you, because really the second one you also trust. Yeah? So let it trust, and since you trust you, what do? We don't rip it, but we don't collect it. Yeah? You don't rip it. You just leave it. It's called status quo. That's what this answers. Since there was no kiyum, that's why we have to rip it. By Trei V'Trei over there, since you have 2 Eidim against 2 Eidim, that's why we keep it. That's how you go collect with it. And that was the more question. Why you collect it? Let it to be Trei V'Trei, because really we trust it. So let's leave it. It's a status quo, but don't rip it and don't do nothing. But here it's not shaykh that you don't rip it, because the kiyum, the first set of Eidim, we don't accept them. Because why? Because what is it? The shtar is a good shtar, because the whole reason you believe him, it's all because of me. And I myself, what? I myself said that I'm ktani moinu. So never was kiyum, so the shtar never was a shtar. That's the issue. That's how we have to rip it. So the yisod of the marshal, what is it? Ripping. And then that, he jumps to say that whatever he had to say, now what is chiddush? As Rabbi Sakton yesterday, everybody has to make pronouncement. And he has to be Oshiva. In order to be Oshiva, you have to say something. So now, we want to talk about the Beis Yaakov, the continuation of that. So Beis Yaakov was talking about the answer. The answer was what? Since the rabbi said that you have to have a kiyum, okay, you have to have a kiyum, what does that mean? You have to have it's not only a testimony, it's just to verify the signature. That's the rabbi said in order to avoid ziyuv, tainus mezuyov. So that's why hocha loichoshiv klal kiyum. So Tais made a statement. In the first case, when we say that what? That we trust this Eidim and this Eidim are picking up the whole din of shtar. So since was no kiyum klal, so mela is no really shtar. So the only one we have is who? Is the two Eidim. Since you have the two Eidim, so then there's nobody against him. So mela is no shaykhs of nothing. So let's see now the Beis Yaakov. Says the Beis Yaakov. The reason I'm emphasizing the headline, because I saw yesterday Rabbi Sackton, one of his major strength was what? He built himself on the first headline. What is the noise? What is the topic? Here you have it over here. Rabbi Yeshua, please. The Beit Yaakov, and then you'll give it to me back. Okay. We're looking at the Beit Yaakov. En lomar בכוונתם דהשטר חושב כשטר שאין מקוים. We cannot say, we said over here in Teisus, lo choshiv kiyum klal. We said that according to the first case, that what is it? That the two Eidim, those are the one that actually created the subject, because without those two Eidim, we wouldn't accept this issue. And the reason we're accepting it because of what those two Eidim, and I tell you what, this is the document. But with that, the same in the same line, the same breath, it's called Toch Kedei Dibur. What they say, Ktani Moinu, Anusi Moinu, Psulei Deseinu. Says the Beis Yaakov, En Lomar Bekavanatam. You can't say what they had in mind is what? Da Shtar Choshiv Kishtar Shein Mekuyom. Why? You said that what? Choshiv Kiyum Klal. So what does that mean? So the question is, Kayam or not Kayam? No. If it's what is not kiyum, so what do you do with this star? You don't keep it. What do you do with it? This is the yisod of the marshal. You rip it. Korin et השטר. Korin la השטר. ובשטר של מקוים אין korin השטר. And what's happening over here? What we do now in the Mishnah? What it says? What does that mean? And what do you do? What's the next step? You trust him. So what do you do now? What is the next step? What is Arei Lo Ne'emonim? What does that mean? Arei Lo Ne'emonim. What happens then? What happens then? Rabbi Yehuda. What happens then? Arei Lo Ne'emonim. Then what we do? No, again, we trust them. They say Ktani Moinu, and we gave all the information without us as nothing.
So the document is pasul.
So then what do you do? It's possible. No, it doesn't say that? I don't know. My Mishnah doesn't say that. Your Mishnah says it?
No.
That's the Chiddush of the Maharsha. But that doesn't say by me. I don't know. It says by you? No. Are you sure it says by you? It says, Arei Lo Ne'eman. Look at your Mishnah. What it says, Eidim shol ksav edeinu ze aval anusi moinu, ktani moinu, psulei, Arei Lo Ne'emonim. And then what? If you can collect, then you collect. So then, like the Mishnah says in the back, like the Gemara says in the back, in the Braise, what it says over here, it didn't end over here. It says another line. What it says, it says clear what? You collect like a good shtar. You see, look at that few tests. It says clear. It doesn't just say, give me information. If you want the information, I'll put a radio and you'll hear information. What's the news of today? It's also good news. But that's what doesn't say that. Look at in the bottom. It's like 3 lines in the bottom. And no matter what it says in Magbinan, but you collect it like a shtorma, like a good document. And what it says in, 1 second, that's all. Magbinan keshtorma, and you collect it like what? Like a regular document. It says collecting. So I understand. It's not just word ne'emonim. But here the Mishnah just says, Arei Lo Ne'emonim. So you trust him. So what do you do then? So I trust him. So what does that mean? That the shtar is possible. What we do with shtar possible? What? No, that doesn't say it. You're right. I'm not saying you're not right. But that doesn't say. That doesn't say. What it says, ne'emonim. It does not say karinale. I don't know, maybe I need glasses, but that's the way it says by me. And when the Gemara wants to express herself, to say something, the Gemara expresses very well. very well. It says what? We don't trust them. And more than that, and anybody, it says clear. What else we do? It says clear. לא, אני חושב שלקחתי את שלך. הרי נאמנים, what it says, דף ד'. הרי נאמנים, what it says clear. That, it says what? So here, the Beis Yaakov was bothered. How you say was bothered? He was a master. He was a master. Beis Yaakov was the Nesivus, was a master. He was a master. And he realized, since he knew all the Shas, and he knew all the places in the Shas, and the Mishnah especially is so exact, like he can't say even one letter is extra. And I was bothered. What it says, Ne'monim. So look what it says. Taisus comes to you with a message. You say Ne'monim, but Taisus says a statement. Lo choshiv kiyum klal.
Yeah.
You say Ne'monim. What does that mean, Ne'monim?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of the shir with Rav Avraham. Okay.
That's a second? Maybe second?
Rabbi Fisher.
Oh, no, so it'll be second. Okay, so we have a problem over here. We don't know what does that mean, Ne'emanim. We have words. We're very smart. We know how to read better than me. But the words doesn't work well. The letters doesn't fit well. We have a trouble. You said korim et zeh. Doesn't say in my Gemara. Doesn't say that. You want to make a good assumption. I like it, you know, but that doesn't mean that it's true. You have to vary. So he was bothered with that, and more than that, Taisus. That's why he was focusing on Taisus. And that, look at the Taisus. Let's do V'yeshlema. Let's look V'yeshlema on Taisus. חדורי על בית יעקב, שאמר נאמונים, קוראים את זה. ואתם איך קוראים? כתוב נאמונים. אתה כבר הגעת למסכונת שקוראים, איך התריסי? אתה מכריח אותי להגיד דברים שהם לא אמיתיים? See if you want to say the Marsha, okay. I bend to the Marsha, and I say yes. But, and now we're talking about Yaakov. Where did he take that? So, and I think he was focusing on Taisus, the second part. The Marsha, if you realize, focusing on the first part of the Taisus, the question. Look carefully, you see, he was focusing on the first part of Taisus. The Beis Yaakov, that's the Nesivus, is talking about the second part. V'yeshlema, you can see it. Lo choshiv kiyum klal. You have it? So let's look at this again, because we're in trouble right now, unfortunately. V'yeshlema, kevan ditzrichu chachomim kiyum, since the rabbis forced us to have a kiyum, yeah? The rabbis forced us to have a kiyum. Hocho lo choshiv klal kiyum. It is continuation, but he just picked up that. He did not continue more than that. He didn't even say v'chule. Means we don't have to know more information. That's the rules that we have. He's not a rishon, it's a achron, but is somebody you can build on. And the civis you can build on. That's what I heard from my father. So I'm not saying things that I don't have any foundation. I'm talking wood foundation and something you can build on. It's not something the Nesivus you can build on. Rab Kiveri you can build on. And I heard it from Chaim Zimmerman. Chaim Zimmerman is Tzadik V'roche. Heard it from my father, Tzadik V'roche. I heard it from many rabbis. So you cannot. Also, the Marsha you can build. It's also that. So I'm saying something that I have a backbone. I'm not saying something that you can say, oh, what the rabbi is making me mishigan. The guy wrote something and you're making me crazy. No. You can build, no, same version. So look what he says. Kevan ditzrichu chachomim kiyum, ocha lo choshiv klal kiyum. Here it's not considered all kiyum. Why? It was bothering him to say that statement. Taisus. We need a kiyum, and here's no kiyum. So then what's next? So what? So I don't have a kiyum. So you're right. So I don't have a kiyum. So what? So what? So what does that mean? You're right. I need a kiyum. I don't have it. So what? I don't have a kiyum. So what? I need a kiyum and I don't have a kiyum. So what? I'm sorry. I apologize. I want my money. I want my money. Okay? You said I need kiyum. I don't have a kiyum. So what?
Okay, but then
You're right. So, but does I still want my money?
you believe the witnesses.
So it means, what does that mean? When there's no kiyum, what does that mean? So then what's you're forcing me to say something else that's missing over here. If you say I need kiyum, and you say it's no kiyum, it's not just stam. It's not yes and no. It means it's missing the foundation in the shtar of the shtar. It means this shtar is not just a shtar, the what, that, it's, I missed a line there or something. No, there's no shtar. Lo yichoshiv kiyum klal. It means since the rabbi says in order to have a name of a shtar, oh, 2 bugs came down over here. Dirty tea. I don't want to drink it. I'm afraid maybe there are bugs. Okay, what else? They put a lemon and everything. Okay, they said you have to have vitamin C and D. Okay, so.
Want a spoon?
No, I'm not going to drink it. I'm afraid maybe they have poison in it. And I'm afraid. In a regular case, I would have done that, but now I'm afraid of the corona. I don't know what could be wicked. I'm a little bit, I'm afraid. Anyhow, maybe I'm wrong, but anyhow. Okay? So I think what the base Yaakov wants to say, it's a continuation of the aside of the Marshal. The Marshal had to say that you rip it. So when we say no kiyum, so mainly the only thing we have is what? Is those 2 people. Those 2 Eidim. And those 2 Eidim, what they say? They said, you're right, Iksav Yadinu, but that doesn't have any effect. Because this shtar is considered what? Should be ripped. Doesn't have any power. And they say, why? Why? Because they said, it doesn't have any kiyum klal. So when there's no kiyum bichlal, what is it? What it should be?
If the witnesses testified that it's possible or that they were invalid.
So what do you do? So it's not mikuyim. It's not mikuyim. So what do you do with it?
It's pasul.
So a pasul, very good. But doesn't say ripping.
No, but pasul. If you
Comes
say
the
ripping,
marshal says ripping.
You could say it's
So we have a
metaphorical.
problem over here. So what is the machlokes between the marshal and the Beis Yaakov?
Are we saying literally ripping, or are we just saying metaphorically?
No,
ripping,
ritually, physically. No, physically ripping. Physically ripping. When I say the marshal said ripping to the core, it's a kipshutu, you rip it. You don't keep it in the house for dark old
Well, maybe
Altazachim,
new, but what
old
if you rip
things.
it and then new evidence come from?
So let's look at the next one. אין למה בכוונתן דשטר חושב כשטר שאינו מקוים. Listen carefully. It's not considered shtar she'enu mekuyim because that doesn't say in Taisus. Taisus doesn't verify and express to say that what it's considered a shtar she'enu mekuyim.
Yeah.
What Taisus says, lo yichoshev kiyum klal. So you have shtar she'enu mekuyim means it's a shtar, but it's not mekuyim. Here what Taisus says, lo yichoshev kiyum klal. The marshokos of the kurim lashtar, ubeshtar she'enu mekuyim and kurim lashtar. Yeah? So we have a problem. אתה שומע? אם זה שטר שאיני מקוים חיימקה, אז מה צריך להיות? אז אתה לא קורא את זה, אתה רק משאיר את זה בצד, לא גובה מזה. בית דין לא יכולים לגבות, נכון? אבל כאן מה כתוב? כאן כתוב יותר מזה. שמה? משהו שקוראים את זה. לכך ניר דתירוצם דהוכו, הוא על פי מה שכוסו בתייסס, דיבה מתחיל אין נאמון. That's the next Toysus. I just get to it by heart because it's very. Let's continue. Sheikshu, the second Toysus asked, "Leemne b'migo de porua." He said, all those cases, let's believe that what migo de porua. Okay, migo de porua. So that's the question of Toysus. Let it to be what migo de porua. That's the next thesis. So he says, why you say Eine Moni? What do you say Eine Moni? So he says, Lichor would believe them. Why? Because they could say, really, it was a good shtar. Believe us in what we say, because we could have said better time that what? That this document is, we paid it back. So it doesn't have any valid. So that's why trust us that this shtar is Ktani Moinu, Psuloides Seinu, Anusi Moinu. That was Tesis' question. So Tesis gives three answers. First answer Tesis brings is Migo Negededi. It's a Migo against witnesses because the shtar is two Eidim, two witnesses, means it's a document. And now you want to say the word that it's Ktanim. We don't trust you. It's Migo, and believe me, because I have a Migo, it's a Migo against Eidim, that's why we don't trust you. Second answer Tesis says, it's Kevin Shigid, Shuven Nechoiz. Since you already said a statement, you cannot say another statement. That we're going to talk in a minute, how that's another answer. Third answer, Tesis says, that what? That since it's Mikuyom, so it's considered Migo Bemokoim Eidim. Okay? Again, the Bishteidim, they says that Bishteidim, when you have two witnesses, you don't say Migo. But in the ratio we're talking about, it's not really a Migo, it's Migo de Shosik. Two people, because two people, what is Migo? If we both would have say something, but two people, it's very hard to get to the same mind. I can lie for myself. I could make up a story, set it up, and say it. But if you have another person, then you ask them a question. You ask me a question and say, oh, something is not correct. That's how you catch the Ganovim. Yeah? Because I say one thing, I meant that. Oh, 1 second. You meant 1 second. We'll check it out. Okay, that's how you catch it. That's what the third answer says. That was the B'shteidim Lamrin Migo. But Bereisha, we talk about Ne'eman, over there it's not really Migo, it's Migo de Shosik. To be quiet, everybody can be quiet. But when you speak, then it's something else. Okay, that's what they says. Now let's see the Beis Yaakov. So the first statement, the Beis Yaakov says that the shtar is not in the category that's not mekuyom. The shtar has to be in a category that what? That you rip it. And not that you just keep it the way it is. Now, that's why he said they have to force it themselves to say that language, loy choshev kiyum klal. It doesn't consider complete a kiyum of the shtar. Why? לכך נראה, I'm reading it again. The תירוץ הדוח הוא על פי מה שכוסו בתייסס. דהיינו, שהיא קשורה מיגו די פורה, ותירוץ כיוון דמקויום, have a migo, במקום עדים. Like they says, if it's a migo, if it's a mikuyom, what does that mean, mikuyom? The what? And what happened by mikuyom? What we said by mikuyom, according to what we learn now, according to the Marshal, what do you have to do with it? Rip it. So what? And now you mekayim it, so what it should be? It's migo against the Eidim. Because you have the two Eidim of the shtar, you have the migo against it. And migo mokom Eidim, what we said, it's nothing, doesn't exist. Like we said in Tesis, one after that. Ulefize, if this is true, that statement, bereishe delav mekayemu, in the reishe of the Bible say that it's not mekuyom, Loi mishum migo. You know why it's not mikuyim the shtar? Not because of a migo. Di by shosik lechudu. Dim ken lavim keren lale. If it's migo the shosik, it's not really complete migo like Tesa answered the third answer.
Yeah.
If it was a migo, what? Of the two Eidim. Why we don't say migo against the two Eidim? Because it's two Eidim against you.
Yeah.
So he said two Eidim, if they do or make a mistake, that one says one thing, one says another thing, they'll get caught. But if it's Mikadosh, just keep quiet. You don't have to say anything. Over there, you could trust him. Okay? So that's why, come, come. Oh. רק שנאמר במיגו, דיבי אומרים, אין כסב ידינו. הוא מזויף הוא, או פרוע. ואז יקוראים את השטר. משום אורי, כשאומרים אנוסים, גם כי קוראים את השטר. ולא במיגו במקום עדים. כאן דו לחושב כלל קיום. The minute you say there's no kiyum, it's not like you have it works. What is considered? There's no eidim. Since there's no eidim, there's nothing here. So what is the migo? Nothing. There's nothing here to handle. Why? כיוון שגם יקוימו. מאשר כשהיינו מקוים, לא יחושק ובייסדים, ולא אהבה כמיגו מקומדים. So, the first step, what he says we cannot say like we have to say like the Marshal, that you rip it. Since you rip it, what does that mean? Comes out that the two Eidim that is signed on the document, what is that considered? The two Eidim. What is this two Eidim? It's not Eidim Kiyum. It's not Eidim for this testimony. Why? Because it's a problem. You can't trust them. Why you can trust them? Because two Eidim, if you take two Eidim to say, let's say Migo, two Eidim to say Migo, we don't say why, because you could say one thing that you thought. If we're not together, in the same mind, each one will say a different story. So in Mela, we cannot accept. We see that something of it is wrong. מה אתה רוצה ש... מה?
מדבר על התירוץ הראשון, שזה מיגו במקום היידי.
נו.
אז הוא אומר, אם ככה. הוא מדבר על התירוץ השלישי.
השלישי, הוא גם את התירוץ
הוא לא מדבר על התירוץ. הוא מדבר על התירוץ הראשון.
שמה?
זה מקוים בגלל שזה מיגו במקום היידי.
ולכן?
טייס שואל, תגיד שיש מיגו.
נכון.
טייס אומר, אפשר לומר מיגו, כי זה מיגו במקום... כי זה... בגלל שזה מקוים, אז זה מיגו במקום היידים. אבל אם זה לא היה מקוים, אז כן היה אפשר לומר את המיגו. אז מה אתה רואה? שמה הכוח של השטר? הוא כוח של מיגו, כוח חזק.
כן.
מה עושים כשיש כוח? כשהוא לא מקוים, אז מה הדין של השטר? זה כמו...
אם זה לא מקוים, אז מה? אז
זה לא
אני אומר...
מיגו במקום היידים, אז זה כוח של השטר, כוח חזק.
נכון.
וכוח חזק, אם אני מעיד נגדו, אז מה עושים? צריכים לקרוא. מיגו אני לא יכול, אם זה שטר מקוים...
כל הבית יעקב רוצה להוכיח שקוראים את השטר, זהו. אז עכשיו הוא מסביר איך אנחנו קוראים את השטר.
כי מה כתוב? שכשהשטר מקוים, אז אני לא יכול לעשות מיגו, כי זה מיגו נגד היידים. אבל אם השטר לא מקוים, אז אני כן יכול לעשות מיגו. ואיזה כוח יש למיגו נגד השטר? כוח חזק, לא כוח שלא עושים...
אז זה מיגו נגד היידים.
אבל אם לשטר אין קיום, אז זה לא מיגו נגד היידים.
אלא מה?
כי השטר הוא לא היידים. אם השטר הוא מקוים, אז זה מיגו...
אז זה היידים, אז זה מיגו נגד היידים, לכן אז זה לא
אבל אם
מועיל.
השטר הוא לא מקוים, אז לא מיגו נגד היידים.
אז המיגו לא נאמן.
אז המיגו נאמן, כי אני אומר, העדים נאמנים לומר, הנוסים היינו מיגו נגד השטר. מיגו של פרוע נגד השטר. אם השטר הוא מקוים, אז מיגו של פרוע נגד השטר אתה לא יכול לעשות, כי זה מיגו נגד העדים.
נכון.
אבל אם השטר לא מקוים...
אם השטר לא מקוים, אז השטר הוא טוב.
השטר לא מקוים.
לא, אם השטר הוא לא, אז השטר הוא לא טוב, הפוך.
אז אם הוא לא טוב, אז מה עושים לו?
קוראים אותו.
למה קוראים אותו? כי מה יש נגדו?
מיגו.
יפה.
דברים שקוראים, כן. You understood it?
Not really, sort of.
Again, חיימקה, בוא תסביר, בוא פה קרוב. בוא קרוב, בוא תסביר. בוא, באנגלית, בוא, שב פה. קצת, אני אעזור לך.
If the faces ask that why the testimony don't have a migo, or we can say anusim אנחנו, מיגו שאנחנו לומר פרוע. They could say פרוע, and now they say anusim. It's a migo.
Yes.
So the answer that because the shtar mekuyom, אז it's migo נגד היידים. It's migo against היידים. Yes, that's good.
Yes.
That's if the migo is mekuyom. If the shtar is mekuyom. But if the shtar is not mekuyom, so it's not migo נגד היידים. Because the shtar is not mekuyom.
Kuyom is verified?
Verified, yeah.
So if it's not mekuyom, if the shtar is not verified, so it's not migo נגד היידים. So the eidim had a migo. Migo de parua. נכון? and migo de parua, it's ne'emonut, it's good ne'emonut, and you need to destroy the
document.
Okay, let me explain so we get it clear. Summarize, okay? Summarize, okay? זה הבחור בשביל בני. Okay. Let's summarize. What is the goal of the Beis Yaakov to put over here? So he wanted to prevent the chiddush of the Malshor. They said that you rip it. Because in the Mishnah it does not say to rip. It says, Arei elu ne'emonim, and stop. And the Gemara in Daf Yutes, when the Gemara wants to say by trei v'trei, before it says, Arei ein ne'emonim, what we do, umagbilan bei. Umakbir, I mean, you collect with it. Yeah? So it means what? They collect with it. Really, it's ineffective. Yeah? So, we come out with a question that what? Where the Maharsha took his chiddush to say that you rip it. Okay? When the Maharsha took you rip it, it doesn't say by us. And when the Mishnah wants to say it, it's very clear. When they want to give a message, they come very clear. They don't need me to say it. They know it better than me. So how the Maharsha got that you saw it, that he was forced to say what do you call it? That is you rip it. So we have to come out like that. It was medaik from the language of Tesis. Tesis says the language is what? Lo choshev kiyum klal. So when it's not kiyum, what does that mean? What do you do with it? You just leave it. You don't rip it. If it was a kiyum, means to say you identified that there was a good shtar, but there's a but. Ktanim aynu, anusim aynu, psuleidus aynu. So you have all those extras in the same bundle, and we give all the information. So then what? So the shtar, what do you do? It's called shtar mekuyom. If the shtar is mekuyom, you identified, but then it's not a shtar, because why? That's what Tesis says. Loy choshiv kiyum klal. For the shtar himself is no kiyum. So what does that mean, no kiyum? Because what? Because, so then what we do with it? What we do with it? If it's no kiyum b'chlal, and you have what? You have the migo against it. What the two eidim to say? The two eidim say, trust us that we are ktanim, we're psuleidus, we are nusim. So what we do then? If there's no kiyum klal, the only reason the shtar has valid, because what? Because the shtar is nobody against it. We see a document, and the document is good, because it has a chazak of what? That nobody signs a document if there's no something to trust. Means most people, I have to protect my interests, and if I do that, I mean, obviously I'm saying that is a reason for that. Yeah, it's not stam. Clear? So I'm saying, very good, excellent. You're very good. But what do you do with the document? So we said like that. The whole reason of the shtar is what? That it has, when you have a kiyum. So what that does? And now you have a migo. You said the second testimony say, listen, believe us because we have a migo. So you say what? The kiyum. So what is the kiyum does? The kiyum does the what? That you just leave it. Even without a kiyum, I just leave it. So with the kiyum, I also leave it. That doesn't make any sense. So what I add by mekayim the shtar. Obviously, the reason is when I have your kiyum, what does that mean? What do you do with the shtar? If I identify that this shtar is my handwriting, but I was cotton, I was puzzle, I was honest, what does that mean? What did that does to your Buddha? If it's no, let's go again. If it's no kiyum, what we say? No kiyum. I have a document. I have it. What we do? It's not good. It doesn't have any because you have to have a kiyum. So then what we do with the shtar?
According to the marshal.
No, forget about the marshal. Before the marshal, what we do without kiyum, we're gonna work with the marshal. Without a kiyum, just have a shtar that I have it in my house. I have two edim that sign it, but it's no kiyum. What do you do then? Keep it. Keep it. Okay. But if you have a kiyum,
keep it regardless.
no, so you want to use it. You want to keep it for antiques.
Maybe later.
Maybe later. You never know. You never know. Like I said, that's go future. You never know. So you keep it. You don't throw it. Okay? But you rip it? No. Why it forced the Marshal to say if it was a kiyum, you rip it? Because without a kiyum, you keep it. So with the kiyum, what do?
Definitely keep it.
No, if you have a kiyum means to
If you
say,
have a kiyum, you
no,
have a
what is the kiyum?
verification.
Let me explain.
It's a
A
verification.
kiyum means that I identify the what?
That
That was
signatures are
a signature good, so then for sure you go collect. You go collect.
No, but you have a
But one second, but here we talk about the kiyum the what, that they say the what, that this is a signature. But, ktani moinu, psulei desinu. So what did that make me another step than just regular shtar that you keep it? So I also keep it. So then what's the chiddush of the Mishnah? Obviously, I'm forcing myself to say the what? That you have to do with it. What do you do with it? Rip it. Because otherwise, what are you doing? So we're forced to say like the Maharsha, that in order that has strength, that's what the Teis had to say, Lo yehoyo kiyum klal. Lo ychoshev kiyum. Since there's no kiyum b'chlal, so what? If it was no kiyum b'chlal, so then what? So that's why the shtar has no valid. So the shtar doesn't have any valid, and you have the two eidim say the what? Say ktanim and psula eidim. So what do you do with it?
When it's not verified?
It's not verified as the document on its own. It means I have a document over here that wasn't verified, the signature. Now I'm coming to two eidim, I'm coming and say, listen, this is a signature, but ktanim and psula eidus anusim. Yeah? So what did that mean to say? That the shtar on his own already lost that quality, that strength that it had as an entity on his own. The what? Did you keep it? Because there's another step. Because you have two eidim that say the what? That say ktani moinu, psuleiduseinu, anusi moinu. We have another step over here. Since we have the another step, what does that mean to us? What did that affect us? What does that mean? What do you do with it?
If it's not verified, you keep it.
No. If it was not verified, you keep it. But if it was not verified, but you have a migo against it, you have eidim that say, listen, trust us, because we say this is the signature, but ktani menu, psuleidisinu. So what we add, then just verify. What's the then if they didn't come or they did come? What's the difference between them? Obviously they came is another step over here. What is the next step? What do you do with it? If the eidim did not come, what do we do with the shtar?
Hold it.
Hold it. Now that the eidim came, what do we do with it? Also hold it. Amati, mizuya. Okay, but what do we do now?
If it's not verified, you keep it.
No, if it's not verified, you keep it. Okay. Now when you have eidim, the what that say the what that it's anusim eidim. Okay, so the shtar stuff was not verified. There's no kiyum for the shtar that say it's kosher. Okay, why? Because those people what they say ktani moinu. So what is that extra adds to us to this shtar? If those two eidim wouldn't come, I would have kept it, not collect it and not burn it. לא, סתם, לא, אין עדים, יש שטר סתם.
גם אם יש עדים, גם אם יש עדים, אני בעיקרון לא קוראת, כי זה עדים נגד העדים של השטר.
לא, לא בטריבט.
אבל אם יש לי מיגו של פרוע, אז זה אומר שזה עדים, לא סתם עדים, מיגו נגד.
Court should have a file system of their cases, like why they threw out this case, etc., etc.
So you're forced to say, I'm putting you in the corner to say what? That you rip it, no?
Keep it, but we stand
They don't
we
agree with
collect
me.
on it.
I think they do.
Yes, you
They don't.
you say it's impossible. You put a stamp saying it's impossible.
It's the same
And
thing.
you
לא, לא, אני יודע, אבל הם רוצים לקרוא, זה לוקח זמן,
I
לסלוף.
said that. He said no, it's not.
What are you saying?
I'm saying you shouldn't rip it. The court should keep the file because it needs a record of its cases. To show, okay, this is what we decided. Maybe later on somebody thinks about that.
No,
case.
that, but
I have
that,
a fidush on
okay,
that
very
case.
good, very good. Yehuda is saying very good. That, if I have a shtar, okay, and I come to Beis Din, I say, listen, this is my shtar, okay, this is the two eidim, okay. I don't have any eidim to verify the two signatures. Beis Din take it and they keep it. Because you never know, maybe right now you don't have witnesses, but maybe in a year from now you'll find. Maybe someone will come from South Africa and we'll find. We never know, okay? That's the simple case. Now, here we have another case. You have witnesses that sign in the document, okay? Now you need a kiyum for that. But besides, you have two eidim that's saying, listen, we have a migo, that we could have said, even if you have the document, I could say it's migo, maybe I paid it back. So the document has no valid right to keep it because I paid it back. And what happened when you paid it back? What do you do with this document? You're not allowed to keep it. Why? Because then you'll collect again. And if I pay, you cannot collect again, you have to rip it. Okay? So we have a migo. But since you, the first...
Where's the migo on the borrower?
What? Again, if I have a document, I paid you back. I lend it to you $1,000. I loaned from you $1,000. Okay? I gave you a document.
Okay.
I found in the yeshiva, said, oh, Yehuda, you're lucky today. I got $1,000. Take the $1,000 before I'm going to spend it. You better take it before, because I have so many debts. Take it before you'll get lost, okay? And what do you tell me? Don't worry. What about the dog? Don't worry. Don't worry. You come to me after a month. Rabbi, I'm looking at my calendars. I said, listen, you never paid me back the time. You don't remember I gave in the yeshiva and I told you that? No, I don't remember. What do you do then? You can collect again or not?
If
Yes.
there's AD,
You can collect.
then no. But if there's no AD,
No, you can collect. You collect.
Still a valid document.
A valid document, you collect. That's how you understand yourself. The minute I paid back Perua, you have to rip it. There's no other choice, because otherwise you'll collect again. And you'll be right. So the same rabbis that gave strength to the document, that if you testimony to 2 Eidim you can collect, the same rabbi said, listen, if you pay back, what do you do with it? Rip it. So now when I have this stop,
but that's between us. That if I lend you $1,000 and I gave you a document, and I have a copy of the document, and then you pay me back. Then
But I
we
didn't
take
rip the
it
document.
together and we rip it. But
yeah,
then
if
why
you
do we
rip
have
it,
to go
okay,
to the
very
court
good.
for
Okay,
that?
so now we're in the same step. 1 second. So right now we're in the same step. Okay. Now let's talk over here. So now let's talk over here. Good. So now let's talk over here. Okay, very good. So now let's talk over here. What happened over here? What happened over here? We had the star. And the star what had doesn't have any testimony for the signature. Okay? And now 2 Eidim come and say what? Listen, this is a handwriting. Okay? And without us, the document is useless. And believe us that when we signed it, that was Ktanim, Anusim, Apsuleidus. Why? Because we can say amigo. One second, let's finish. One second. Because we have amigo that we can say what was parua, was already paid. And if it was paid, what do you do with it? Rip it. So also now, since you trust us, what should be with this document? You should rip it.
I'm sorry, how does the borrower saying he already paid it? How is that amigo?
Now I have amigo. I say, listen, the whole reason you trust us, that this is a signature, because we say, believe us with what we say with amigo, because we could have said a better time. The Eidim, I'm talking about the Eidim. The Eidim could have said better. I could have said what?
The borrower does not.
No, not the borrower. The Eidim. I mean the Eidim. They say that, listen, this is, we paid it. The borrower paid it back, and really it should be ripped. So now, since believe is the Ktanim, and if the Ktanim means to say that this document, what is it? It's puzzle. And if it's puzzle, and the puzzle, what do you do? Rip. That's not clear?
That makes sense, but on not such a what I define as logical analysis. It appears logic, but it's not. It doesn't seem logic.
הלכתי, עכשיו שברתי את הכל. Yoshua, what do you think?
Why rip?
Why rip? I'm telling you, because if not, it's not because
we
it's
don't
the
have-
same
we
way.
don't have what do you call the verification for the document right now, but maybe next week.
No,
we
but the
find
2
the
Eidim,
document.
but the 2 Eidim saying what? Believe me that this is forged, that this is not good, because I have a miga that what?
Okay, but
that
then
one
that's
thing,
not
that
amigo. If
it's
they say
parua.
it's forged,
What is
it's not
parua?
amigo.
Means believe me what I say, and if it's forged, what do you do with the forged star?
Not forged.
If they say it's forged, they know.
Not
they no
proper,
longer
not
have
proper, I'm
amigo.
sorry. Not
Because
proper.
That is the.
What?
If they say
You
it's
rip it,
forged,
so
they,
you
if
rip
they
it.
say it's forged, they don't have amigo because
Not forged, he said right, not proper. I'm mistaken.
if
I
they
meant to
say
say
they
it's not proper.
were,
Now, Aktani Mayu, whatever it is. So this is not a star. If it's not a star, rip it. Because otherwise you can collect again. The same by Pahua. You can collect again something it doesn't deserve. Also, you can collect something you don't deserve. That's why you have to rip it. And that's what the Marsha had to force himself to say Likua, to rip. and the Yisod was ripping, and that's very clear in the language.
But
What?
when they come in, they say that, don't we try to verify the document first before we decide to rip the document?
Okay, but it's nobody said verified. There's nobody here.
Okay, but how we know?
There's nobody here because we have right now two witnesses. En ledayan ela ma shenavod. Right now, what we have the two witnesses, and two witnesses. Listen, this is our handwriting. We're the one that signed, and we're the ones that. We're telling you the wiktanim. We are psuleidus. So, merely, what did that makes it? It makes it believe them because they have a miga of what a parua, a miga by parua. What we do. Ripped and also over here because it's not the right document. It should be running loose over here because you can collect with it. That's how you rip it. Because you cannot collect. Also over here, when I say ktanim or anusim or psuleidus, you have to rip it because otherwise they'll collect with it again. Now let's see it inside. What do you want to say?
In the Reisha, we rip the star under all the conditions.
According to them, yes.
All the conditions.
Yes, because it's not a good. Yes. That's what's happening.
So what if they rip it and then next week somebody comes and say, hey, listen, that was, we have evidence that they were not katanim one thing.
Not kata, but they themselves says.
The document.
Okay, but they said themselves, we're ktanim. They said.
אם באמת יהיה עדים כאלה, זה יהיה טרם אז לא יעשו כלום.
אוקיי, אבל אם אחרי שקראו אומר, אולי יבואו.
עכשיו עדיין מה שיש
The halacha is, אין לדיין, אלא מה שנעברות. Let me explain that. A judge has to follow the rules, whatever he sees in his own eyes. He cannot be a summarized. Maybe someone will come from the Adama. Someone will come from the. He'll be born from the ground and sounds. But if another Edom will come, you're right. Then you're right.
Okay, but the Beit Din should keep a record of the document. They can't just rip the document because let's say in 2 hours somebody comes. Now they rip the document. 2 hours later somebody comes.
If someone killed, the Adim said that someone killed. Beit Din will kill him?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. Yes.
But even maybe 2 days after, 2 witnesses come and say, no, we didn't kill. You killed man?
Yes.
You can
But keep a record after he's dead.
Have to be careful.
No, of course they careful. Also here they're careful.
No, but this is what I'm saying. They should keep a record because this is being careful.
Okay, what is he going to do after you killed the guy? You know, say, I apologize. And that doesn't help.
No, but in that case,
After he's dead, Yehuda, after he's dead, you cannot give life back.
That is killed by the Beit Din for committing murder, that is different than some loan.
You're right, but the minute it's killed, you can't do nothing. If the guy dead, is dead.
Okay, but it's a different case. It's not the same case, so it's not comparable. Over there, okay, the guy's dead is dead, but over here, you can have the document on record.
You could, but you cannot. The minute they do every document, they'll start to have filed every case. It doesn't make sense. You know? It has to be a certain time. They have to cut. Someplace they have to cut. They have to see whatever they see, and they use the mind, the seichel. No, you're right, but then that means it's certain things they do. They have to cut someplace. They have to cut someplace.
If Beit Din work,
they have to cut someplace. Has to be. They have to cut someplace. You know, whatever the judge sees, he has to make a decision, right or left. That's the decision. Decision. It doesn't have to worry. If it was a doubt, what?
Decide the same way, even if the other witnesses came.
If later they come, let's say in a month they come, after you rip it. So it's finished. Now they come. It's like a new case. So let's collect them. So let them to collect. Okay. So let them to collect. Okay. So we could. So say it. So speak up. When the guy that actually owns the style, speak up.
What's happening over here? He's over there in holidays, coming back in a month.
No, but that's not the guy that owns the document.
No, I'm saying the guy that's.
So you can't do any business. Every business. And maybe who said it's yours? Maybe it's not yours. Maybe yes, maybe no. Everything that there has to be some rules and regulation. Has to be normalized. So the dine, whatever the dine sees. בסדר, אבל זה
זה
מיסטיקה.
בייטים.
זה
לא.
מיסטיקה, הוא שואל אותך פרקטיקום.
פרקטיקה, העולם עובד, מה? אם אדם
It's not
כותב
mystical,
מישהו
it's
נדרס.
practical, but they have to cut somewhere. So
Yeah,
they,
but
the
they
dine
can,
has
they
to cut
can say
somewhere.
after a certain period of time, but right away, that
I
doesn't
know, man, you can't max, you know. Otherwise, the whole day you'll be, the base don't be cacking around, gagging around, surrounding people, never ending.
Postponed until
old witnesses.
further evidence arrives. And
If
the
it's
person cannot
doubt,
collect.
if it's doubt, you're right. But when it's clear and it's everything is, and the Eredim is saying testimony, you trust.
When it's clear.
This
even
is
if
called clear.
Even if the other witnesses come, like Yehuda's saying, he's still not going to win. Those witnesses are not
And
gonna
even the
defeat
two
the
witnesses
original
come, it's just you don't collect. But it keeps the
No,
same
the other
status.
wit- the
No, you
other
don't
they
collect.
bring a
So it's trei
verification
v'trei. Rabbi Yehuda.
of the document.
Rabbi Yehuda is going to be, it's going to be trei v'trei. It just don't collect and don't throw it. The only difference is not that you collect money from it. It's just going to be just status quo. Just leave it the way it is.
There's no
So it
other-
doesn't help much.
There's no other.
I mean, you're not gaining much by keeping.
No,
Not
but,
like you're
no,
collecting.
But this is different because it's for the in the case of in each situation it
Yeah.
benefits either the lender or the borrower.
Okay.
So now if you say okay, then the one person loses out when he was actually right, and then he loses his money. Or in the other case, the other person loses money. So. It's not as simple as okay, just it's possible.
It's not if it just leave it. It's again, even if I rip it, you just didn't collect. It's not like I took money out of
Okay,
it.
so the lender
To
loses
take out
money.
money, I would have say I hear what you maybe it's something because it's doubt, but here you just rip it, so it just stays where it is. So you don't gain money, but you're not losing money. You're not gaining. You know. Let's read it inside because it's getting late and soon Rabbi is giving a shear. I don't want you to miss it. Let's start again. בתידה מתחה הרי נמונים, לא יחושב קיום כלל. So we said, אין לו מה בכוונוסום, דשטר חושב כשטר שאין מקוים. We're not in the status quo of the shtar that is not מקוים. לא, הייתה משהו כזה דקורין לשטר. He didn't say just keep it the way it is, he said rip it. בשטר שאין מקוים, אין קורין לשטר. General shtar, המקוים, you don't rip it. And here, but it says rip it means it's more than shtar shel mikuyum. That's why you use the word en kiyum klal. It's more than that. לכך נראה דתירוץ המדורכו על פי מה שכל זה בתי זמן אחרי נמון שיקשו דלם במיגו דפרוע let it to be trust why במיגו דפרוע תסיינסל ותירצו כאלה דמקויים ומיגו מהמקום עדים. The minute you מקיים it, so what is it? It's migo against edim because you have edim of what? Of the shtar. And what do you have a migo? The what? Migo the perua. So it's migo instead of edim. Ayin shal. So general migo ne'edim you don't trust. Well, if it's that you cannot say what perua because you have edim against it that say what that the shtar is good. Well, if it's a bereishe the lav mikuyamu the reish in the beginning the first case where we said areilu nimoni we told that it's not mikuyam lo mishu migo. It's not enough migo that just kept quiet. It's not enough migo. That's not as strong. Like you said, it's weak. We won't rip the shtar just keeping on with shtika. It's not enough to rip. Just keep it the way it is. We don't do nothing. But actually, רק שנאמונים במיגו דיבה אומרים אין זה כסב ידינו ומזויף הוא או פרוע זה יקר עם השטר. What we could say that what? That we believe them b'migo that what דיבה אומרים אין זה כסב ידינו מזויף. It's not our handwriting and it's forged. Yeah? in mele or parua. That then you rip it. Okay? Mishumochi, that's like shomrim anusim. Because you put me in the corner, like I told you. I put you in the corner, you're forced what? To say, what do you do with it? You rip it. Because you cannot leave it. Why you cannot leave it? Because already that means there's a having to collect. Since there's no migo, there's no aiding, so there's nothing here. The shtar is really nothing. You have against it what? They say that what? We trust us because what? Maybe it's forged. Maybe it's a parua, migo de parua. Since you have all that, that's why you have to rip it. V'la v'migo b'makomim k'em d'lichoshiv klal kiyum. Ave k'leged, if sit is, that's the taste have to say very clear. The lake, what is the language? Lo choshev kiyum klal. So the Eidim is what's signed in the document. It's like zero. It's not something. It's not 1%. It's zero, below zero. It's nothing. Since it's nothing, you have the other, you have amigo. So always I'm over above you. I'm always strengthening. Since I have amigo, the mei parua, believe me what I say. Forget about the Eidim. This star is not a star. Doesn't have the Eidim, doesn't exist. Now I come with amigo, I say, believe me. That what? That I was ktanim. Psuleidis. Why? Because I have amigo of what? Of parua. So trust me, because you are nobody. And I'm a somebody, so who you trust? Somebody. So since by migo the parua you wouldn't collect with the document nothing, and
somebody or nobody. You mean a Russia or a Tzad?
No, I didn't. I meant the shtar, the Eidim that signed on the shtar. I meant that. Not I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. So I didn't mean so. I didn't mean in that. I meant the Eidim that signed on the shtar. It's nothing because there's no kiyum klal. So really, it's not the signature is nothing. And I can say, believe me, that what. That I signed because I have a migo of parua. I could have said that it's paid, and if it's paid, what we say, it's nothing. It falls, right? If it's paid, it falls. And believe me that what that we're ktanim or psuleidus, and Mimele the shtar is not a good shtar, and that's why the same way by mezuyov, not by mezuyov, by parua. What do? You rip it. Also here by our amigo, that what that ktanim oinu psuleidus or this. So since there's no Eidim against it, that's what we do, you rip it. So again, the Yisoid is that when you have something against me, you're Eidim and I'm Eidim and I have amigo, then you can say, okay. But since when I say the Eidim of the shtar are nothing, and that's what the headline, like I told in the beginning of the shir, Loi choshev kiyum klal, it's nothing of it, it's no Eidim, it's nothing of it, it's no shtar. And I come up and I say, listen, ktani moinu. So I'm adding to what? That there's no shtar. And I'm saying, listen, not only that it's not a shtar, it's not just a piece, it's less than a piece of it. Why? Because it was ktanim, psuleidus. So what I'm telling you, and believe me, because like I said, that even if it was a shtar, it was paid back. And you have to, so you have no other way just to rip it. There's no way out to it. The only way to go is only ripping. You have to rip it. You hear it? I hear it very clear.
I hear it. But I still think there should be a time period.
What is a time period? What do you gain by time period? If I say parua, no, but listen, no, it wouldn't help the evidence. Why? Because
what exactly is parua?
Parua means I paid back. It's paid already. If it's paid, what are you keeping it? Rip it. I paid you. What are you keeping it? Hey. Why, you want to collect again? You want to be a ganev? I caught you. Don't tell me stories waiting.
But you have evidence that
I say it. 2 witnesses. The 2 witnesses parua. Migo, believe me, trust in what I say, because I say it's parua. So saying that parua, I'm putting it for you. If it was Eidim, you have to rip it. Why? Because you say this shtar is possible. And if I know, I say, listen, believe me in the migo, believe me what I say, because I can say, listen, this shtar is a problem. Why is this a problem? Because what? Because this shtar is what? Where were you, Moshe?
I was taking a shower. What are you doing?
I told you, I don't want to hear stories. Stories you could say in the books, not by me. Next time, tomorrow, Sunday, okay?
Wait.
I want to see you here. You're my best student. I want you to be my best. Okay, very good. Sunday, Bezrat Hashem, I want to see the first one. You should be 5 minutes earlier. Bezrat Hashem. Good. Keep the smile and happiness. Good. So, we're saying over here, the minute since I could say wherever I'm going to say it's going to be a problem. If I say it's parua, so then for sure you have to rip it. And if I bring a testimony, I say, listen, I was ktanim. We're kids. We're psuleidus. We have all those things, a whole list of things. Since all those list of things, what do we do with it? You have to rip it anyhow.
No, but if you say parua, and you say
parua, you have to rip.
You
Parua means
me,
that,
and here is witnesses that verify that you paid me. But maybe there's new witnesses that says these witnesses are not valid.
So you keep the document forever?
so there's no. But you talk about a different issue. You're asking general why you trust 280. Maybe it's another 280 that say that those ones are false. They're not the pseudo.
Yeah, maybe they work for this guy.
Who knows? Maybe there's a mafia. Maybe there's mafia. Maybe there's mafia. Maybe there's mafia. He has a whole set of 80. Yeah. So the Gemara asked that in Machnas. The Gemara says, so really, if the two Eidim comes, you're right. But Bezdin and then have to make a cut. Otherwise, the world cannot exist.
I understand,
Go
but
Yishuv
they have to
Oilam.
give you the time
Yishuv.
period. There should be a time
A
period.
month. Why should it be a month? I gave you the money. Why should I wait a month? I gave you the money. I need the money now. We want Mashiach now. I don't want to wait. I want it now. I don't
I have
want
a
to wait.
question.
Please.
We're
sure
praying
there's
for
something in
Mashiach always, of course, in Amida. But what about, like, I heard that, well, when the Mashiach comes, there's no more Baal Teshuvos, no more converts. But, like, that's the, like, I'd say, like, that's a downside because, like, okay, I made Teshuvah myself. But I would like also a lot of other Jews to make Teshuvah as well before Mashiach. So what? So I'm like in a it's a little internal conflict there with regards to, like, I want the Mashiach to become now, but I also want.
Because this is part of it. Because if Mashiach comes now, means what does that mean? You have to be in the Bismillah 7-Eleven. You have to start davening. There's a whole list. You really want Mashiach?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you willing to be the whole day in Bismedrash?
Yeah, I want
To do it? Yeah. Yeah. Start now. Like my father used to say that. Start now. Let's see it.
No, but
Come.
But I want other Jews to do.
You can't. It's no others. Mashiach comes. When you say Mashiach now, first step is you. If you're not there, so what is going to have other people? You have to be the first one. Or you can be there at 7-Eleven.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there.
Not gonna be. Be there now. You said now, right?
Yeah.
So I'll be honest with you.
What do you mean by 7-Eleven?
Now, right now. When you say I want Mashiach now, it means now. And I have to be 7-Eleven in the Bismedish.
What do you mean by
24 hours.
7-Eleven? What do you mean by?
You don't know 7-Eleven?
What do you mean by that?
I like a store in America.
Yeah, I know.
Open even Yom Kippur, Yom Rosh Hashanah, Shabbos. You're always in Bismedish. Don't go out. You don't go to town. Nothing. Just be in the Bismedish the whole day. You can handle it. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a liar. I'm not a liar. It's hard. Maybe you, yes. To me, it's hard. I'm not a liar. So did I really want Mashiach to come now? I'm not so sure. I'd like to sing it, but to make sure that really I want him to come, and it means I want him to come, but I don't know if I want to change. That's another step. To change is another step. Not everybody wants to change so quick. I like my old habits. I like to be, freedom. I don't want to have the yoke on me. And the Medrash says that you're going to have an Arab standing on top of you, a good Arab, and they'll hit you every second you pick up the head. Hey, sit down. Learn. Why are you sleeping? Don't sleep. Why are you dreaming?
Medrash says this?
Yeah.
Good
Goy.
Arab.
Go him. Just go him.
The guy is
They'll go hit you every second. Don't dream. Why are you dreaming?
This is
I
what
want
we
to
have
smoke.
now.
Don't smoke. Hey,
This is
don't
what
drink
we have
the.
now,
Hey.
except these.
Are you can hear? I don't know. I'm saying the truth. I'm honest with you, Moshe. I said I want. Of course, I want. Chaz Hashem, every day we're waiting for this. If I'm ready for it to really be a vessel for that, it's not a joke. It's not just a song. Of course, you have to start somewhere, but it's real. Anyway, it's already getting late. We'll continue the Beis Yaakov, but I think it was very clear in my eyes. And he has another one step, and he brings the Shita. And then we have to see the Kivega. That's the next Tosis in the Kivega. So we'll see it Sunday, Bezrat Hashem. I also wanted to summarize whatever we learned this whole week, but we got an argument that this, Bezrat Hashem Sunday. Bezrat Hashem, we'll summarize. And if people could bring a note and a piece of paper so they could write it, so you could have something out of it. Good. You don't have the paper?